The Home Dialysis Toolkit was developed by the Forum of ESRD Networks Medical Advisory Council, a multidisciplinary group of volunteers who genuinely contributed their time and expertise to this collection of resources. From real kidney patients and advocates to board-certified providers and experienced administrators, the Forum's advisory councils aim to support and advocate for patients to improve quality of care, access, and opportunities for kidney patients across all 50 states. The Home Dialysis Toolkit is a reference source for healthcare providers and practitioners, including information and recommendations for overcoming barriers to beginning and growing a home dialysis program at their facility. Chapter 1 encourages making home dialysis success a reality by learning from the life experience of our patients, with a foreword from Kidney Patient Advisory Co-Chair Dunn Edwards. She shares her journey as a kidney patient of over 3 decades and provides recommendations for optimizing transitions to home dialysis modalities and keeping patients informed and involved in their care. A complete video featuring her wish list from the Kidney Patient Advisory Council can be found on our website. Fellow KPAC member Evan Cooker also shares his experience and recommendations for improved transitions from in-center to home dialysis in a video on our website. Chapter 2 discusses overcoming barriers to starting and growing a home dialysis program from the administrative perspective. From startup requirements to reimbursement issues specific to home dialysis modalities, administrators will be prepared and equipped to handle challenges that arise when implementing a home dialysis program at their facilities. Chapter 3 addresses overcoming barriers to starting and growing a home dialysis program for clinicians and medical directors. From this perspective, facility providers will understand regulatory requirements for the medical director, shortcomings of nephrology fellowship training in home therapies, a critical subspecialty of nephrology that serves to improve quality and access to care for all patients, potential programmatic and personnel considerations, including administrative and staffing issues that providers must be prepared to address when starting and maintaining a home dialysis program, improving collaboration and preventing burnout by anticipating barriers to training and enabling proper peritoneal dialysis access support. Chapter 4 covers emergency management for a home dialysis program. Providers will learn the rules of dialysis emergency management, how to conduct a risk assessment and emergency plan with their patients, how to build and implement emergency preparedness policies and procedures for their facilities, staff, and patients, the importance of establishing communication plans for emergency scenarios and recovery, and how to implement training, testing, and continuous improvement in emergency preparedness policies. A complete video covering emergency preparedness with KPAC member Janice Starling can be found on our website. Chapter 5 addresses staffing considerations in overcoming the barriers to building, growing, and sustaining a home dialysis program. To best support their team and patients, providers can learn to identify key characteristics of successful home dialysis nurses, offer and encourage professional development for their staff, incorporate and call on the expertise of all members of the patient care team, including dietitians, social workers, and patient care technicians, and coordinate staff availability after hours to accommodate patient dialysis schedules. The chapter also addresses staffing considerations and solutions for starting a rural home hemodialysis program. Chapter 6 discusses means of overcoming barriers to patient success with home dialysis. Providers will learn to perform comprehensive and conversation-based assessments of potential home dialysis patients, focusing on education and freedom of choice, recruit new dialysis patients, and establish ESRD patients to a home dialysis program. Urge start dialysis within 2 weeks of catheter placement and anticipate and prepare for the impact of unexpected events, complications, and technique failure among home dialysis patients. Chapter 7 introduces transitional dialysis care units, which provides hemodialysis to patients using home equipment in an in-center setting, along with education on the psychosocial issues associated with dialysis, as well as nutritional and vascular access assistance. This chapter further explains transitional dialysis care as a form of supporting patient choice and the educational and programmatic features of transitional dialysis care. Finally, Chapter 8 introduces self-care dialysis as an opportunity for patients to improve involvement in their treatment and maintain their autonomy despite barriers to home dialysis. By defining self-care dialysis and presenting techniques to achieve proficiency in self-care dialysis. Dialysis has come a long way, and home modalities have the potential to improve a patient's quality of life, restore their autonomy, and improve their overall health. The Home Dialysis Toolkit provides providers with a path to overcome the challenges of building, growing, and improving a home dialysis program at their facility. Visit esrdnetworks.org to download the full toolkit and get started with your home dialysis program today.